Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and this is the beginning of week 3 of February's 30-day challenge. And that would be Inspiratory Muscular Strength Training, or IMST, for me and a number of you who are joining in on the fun. That didn't come out real well, but I'm going to leave it in anyway. Anyhow, I would like to kick things off with how things have been going for me in terms of the specific measurables and some of the anecdotal stuff. So IMST is supposed to help with blood pressure, which I've been measuring, sleep, which I've been measuring, but I also got a couple other things going on as it relates to sleep, including a new product that I'm going to review. So even though I'm sleeping fantastically, I think part of it may be due to this other product. And that review will be coming soon, I promise, once I'm sure that that is what's doing the trick for me. Additionally, cognitive ability and memory, I don't know about that yet, but I can definitely tell you what's going on for blood pressure. So for the month of January, which was my baseline, and reminder, I am still on a small single dose per day of lisinopril. So January, after I'd quit drinking, my blood pressure went down to 126/88. That was my average for the month of January. For the first 9 days that I was doing IMST, my average blood pressure was 122/82. Over this past week, it has been 117/81. And yesterday, I set a new record here, 108/76. So if that continues, I'm definitely going to be having a conversation with my doctor about being off of lisinopril, which would be wonderful. Next, I want to answer the 2 most common questions that I've gotten about IMST. First off, well, actually, even before that, I want to show something I've done on mine. I took a silver Sharpie and drew some numbers on mine and a little line, sort of an indicator as to how much tension I've got on it. I think this is a good thing. This will kind of help me know, do I have it set in the right place? If I've cleaned it, did it shift at all? But the first question was breathing. How do I use it? Do I use it both inhaling and exhaling? So let me cover that. I use it both for inhaling and exhaling. And I take long, slow, deep breaths. I really try and focus on my diaphragm and breathing down into the abdomen and then upward after that. So first starting down here in the belly, breathing deep into that, and as the breath fills up fully, up into the lungs. And then as I blow out, again, I really try and focus on my abdomen and my diaphragm and really a consistent exhale. Now, I believe in the video, they only show inhaling. So they would inhale and then they would remove the device and then just let the air out. But I figure as long as I'm doing this, I might as well get the benefit of increasing some core strength here and building up my diaphragm or diaphragmatic, I don't know if you pronounce the G when you say it that way, diaphragmatic breathing. So I do it both in and out for 10 minutes. As I explained in the last video, sometimes, especially when the tension is high or as I'm getting towards the end of my 10-minute set, I will start to get a little bit of back of the nasal cavity sort of breathing, little snorts almost. And I'll either just pinch pinch my nose shut, or just sort of place my thumb and index finger over my nostril holes, and that keeps my breathing through the mouth. The next question that I get is on cleaning. So what I do typically is after I get done, I'll give it a rinse. You can kind of feel where the saliva is as you're running your finger over it. I get the insides, I'll peel back the mouthpiece a little bit, and I'll get water down in those little grooves there, and then I give it a good shake out. Now what I'll do once a week is I'll put this in a glass along with a little bit of Listerine and the rest water, fill it up, let it soak for an hour or so, and then again, the same just rinse and shake procedure. So now I want to hear from you. How have things been going for you? Have you been measuring your sleep or your blood pressure or your sleep apnea? Are you feeling anything? Because I feel like I'm feeling something here, and it's feeling pretty good. But let me know down in the comments whether you're doing IMST or whatever your particular 30-day challenge is. I'd love to hear how things are going. Now, we're getting close enough at this point to March that I want to talk about what my challenge is going to be for March. And I want to make sure that each of my 30-day challenges, that there's some variety. So one might be purely as it relates to nutrition or things that I'm putting into my body or not putting into my body. Some could be more passive type exercises like the breathing or who knows what. But there will also be physical challenges. And that's what I'm going to do next month. I am going to do a planking challenge. And not just planking. There's a lot of 30-day plank challenges out there where they say each day what you need to do, start at 10 seconds and then 30 seconds, and gradually you work your way up to 5 minutes. But I'm going to be using a specific device right here, the Stealth Core Board. I saw it for a while. I was getting just ads for this on Facebook and Instagram on my feeds regularly, and I'm kind of a sucker for infomercial type stuff. So I bought this. It's a very well constructed unit. It's not especially cheap though. And what you do is you put your smartphone in here and basically play motion-based video games while planking. And I've just done it a little bit, and I can tell you that when you've got something on a pivot here that goes in multiple different axes, that really, sorry about the noise. That really starts to work your core in here. I also find that the distraction of the video games is entertaining as well, because it kind of takes your mind off of what is probably one of the more boring exercises there is. So if you decide you want to do the plank challenge along with me, you don't need to get the Stealth Core Board. I will link to it on Amazon down below in the description in case you're interested. But that's going to be my challenge for March. Just wanted to let you know in advance so it didn't catch you unprepared. But that's going to be it for this video. As always, thanks for watching. Keep up the good work.